couldn't leave well enough alone. You couldn't.
Tua, tomorrow could be the last hurrah. They're saying that if he plays that poorly tomorrow, like you said in our pre-show meeting, the poor Dolphins are paying this guy $40+ million. I mean, the Falcons got a deal, but this is it, man.
Yeah, the Falcons are only paying him $1.2 million. Penix Jr. is almost ready to go off his injury. And here's the juicy part. The Falcons are playing at the Miami Dolphins tomorrow.
Talk about pressure. Pressure's on for Tua because it might be his last chance for love. It might be his last chance, and he actually could be cut, putting that pressure on Penix, who, by the way, is medically cleared, right? Mm-hmm. So if he does play good, that gives Penix more time to heal and get better and all that. But he is medically cleared. So if he does get cut or if he doesn't do well, it forces Penix to get out sooner than expected. And there's so much on the line here. So Tua, when you think about it, man, the dude was never the same. You think about all the concussions. How many did he? It was 3, right? At one point.
3 bad ones we know about.
3 bad ones at one point. And that last one, we still remember. We have this visual of him trying to get up and him wobbly and everything.
The hands, the fingers, the fencer's pose.
I mean, we can't pretend that at that moment we didn't already think it's over. I mean, the fact that he got back on the field.
Like, hey, man, you can't get back out there after that.
At the same time, when everybody was debating that nationwide at the time, I remember you guys saying, hey, give him a little bit of time to recover and make up his mind on his own, because everybody was trying to push him out and force him out.
What I do remember is Covino being baffled that he's not wearing like the Guardian cap.
Well,
like of all people,
honestly,
like
how irresponsible.
I know he's a quarterback,
right?
so it might be a little
but
bulky,
that's just reckless and careless and honestly unprofessional. I think like safety first here. I know it's a goofy look, but he should be wearing the Guardian cap more than anybody, and he chose not to. So based on this, and there's so many levels to the story, right? And Danny G already said it. The drama is tomorrow night, Falcons-Dolphins. The Dolphins are paying this dude all that money anyway, right? $40-something million.
Does Tua go to both sidelines and say thanks for the money?
Thank
you, guys. Thank you.
His performance is such a factor, meaning is he still on the team? Is he still on the league? Will anyone else give him a chance? Let's say he does get cut, right? He underperforms. All it's going to take for another team to pick him up is like $1 million.
$1 million?
$1 million. Because, I mean, you're not risking that much because the Dolphins are already he's covering that cost.
He's getting paid even more. Check these numbers out. He's getting roughly $54 million for 2026. Atlanta only paying the vet minimum of $1.215.
And, dude, honestly, I think it's pretty sad because you want to see the guy succeed. You know the path he went through. You know that he suffered from injury and concussion and things like that.
Next time we have a contract negotiation, you should be like, I just want the vet minimum.
The vet minimum, man.
$1.2 million. I just want the vet minimum.
So it might be his last chance tomorrow night against his former team.
Everyone should tell their boss that next time you go through a little meeting with the boss. Hey, I'm not asking for a lot, but I just want the vet minimum of an NFL player. So listen,
let me ask you this, Rich. What did the All-Valley champion, Johnny Lawrence, say? One of his most famous lines. You remember? I guess I'll just give it to you.
Hold on. I'm picturing a Coors Banquet in his hand. Are you talking young or old, Johnny?
No, I'm talking Karate Kid.
Oh,
they were in Halloween costumes at the time.
Why don't you leave well enough alone?
You couldn't leave well enough alone. You couldn't.
You
just call him a little jerk or a little twerp. You little jerk. Couldn't leave well enough alone. And then it became his sort of tagline in Cobra Kai, leaving well enough alone. And this becomes a conversation of course, we wish Tua the best, and all eyes will be on his performance tomorrow. There's so many factors involved. Last chance, Penix. Does he get picked up if he does bad? Like, who knows?
Well, Cooper Rush is third string, of course, from the Cowboys.
There's a lot to analyze here, and I was saying not to put you on the spot, but you know what makes me feel frantic when we talk about these pressure situations?
Metallica
What's
style?
that?
No, Billy Joel, the song Pressure. That song just sounds frantic.
No, Frantic by Metallica sounds frantic.
That's another good one. Either one works.
Pressure by Billy Joel sounds like pressure.
Dun, 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 dun. It's just the idea of a performance could really mean I'm QB1 or maybe playing myself out of the league. There's so much pressure on Tua because Cooper Rush is a suitable backup, and if Michael Penix Jr., if they're pushing for him, he could be ready on day one. Kevin Stefanski, who we forget, first year with the Falcons, could Kevin Stefanski make a decision like by end of game tomorrow? Are we gonna have a true answer, Danny? Because there's no announcement on QB1 right now, correct?
Correct. All we know for sure is that Penix Jr. has been medically cleared for 11 on 11.
Well, like I said before, couldn't leave well enough alone. And I say that because, look, we know it's not our decision as fans. It's their career, it's their legacy, it's their chance to play. So ultimately it's their decision. But we as fans, we sometimes say, man, I don't know, maybe you should hang it up, dude. But they always go back and makes you think of the other people in sports and in life that just hung around way too long.
Yeah.
And, we always look back and we say, man, they should have called it quits. But it is their life. It's their choice. And for me, because we caught the tail end of it as
and
kids.
I don't want your life.
No, but, when I think of people that overstayed their welcome.
I don't want your life.
And couldn't leave well enough alone. I think of the great Muhammad Ali, who in his prime was unbeatable. And you could say this about so many boxers because they never know when to quit, right? They're their own worst enemy.
Boxing is a great catergory for this conversation.
If you could leave with all your marbles, all your mentals, that's the goal. You made your money, so dip out like Terrence Crawford, right? Like that's what he's doing right now, supposedly, but he'll get the itch again, probably. When we were kids and when we see or look back, I should say, to Muhammad Ali, he was losing to people way subpar. Even Mike Tyson. You could say that about so many people who just didn't dip out when they should have.
At least for Tyson, you knew it was solely for the money. Like, Mike Tyson made it very clear, like, if the payday. I remember the one fight he said, I don't have the fighting guts, I'm doing it because I need the money. At least there was an understanding, like, all right, at least we get it. I think of players that, again, it's their life. They want to keep playing. But in the world of fighting, we just saw him not even make it through the first minute of the first round. Practically a minute. Conor McGregor.
On first kick?
He came back, and everyone's like, all right, is this the deal? After what happened.
Oh, no, and he's committed to come back. It's going to take a year. But he's
really,
committed. He's saying he's going to do it. And it's like, yo, dude, don't do it. But they're going to do it.
Yeah, there would be no shame if you called it quits, Conor. But McGregor wants to come back. I also think of.
Couldn't leave well enough alone.
I think of the idea of if you're such a competitive athlete, there's always that part of you that thinks, I could still do it. I know it. Like former Met, former Dodger, former Angel, former a lot of places. Noah Syndergaard. Remember Thor?
Of course.
This guy looked like a superhero in the mound.
Did he date somebody famous?
Alex Cooper. Call her daddy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was a stud.
Alex Cooper, when they dated, he was more popular.
Yep.
So the reality is, I saw an interview with him the other day saying that when he sees deGrom and Wheeler and some of his old teammates out there, he still feels like, I still got it. I know I could do it. Meanwhile,
yeah, but who are we to say, right?
I know, but like
Tommy John, Danny G. I don't want to butcher the late great Tommy John's quote, but he said, failing sometimes or having a bad season or just struggling through a season all depends on how old you are. You could struggle at 30-something years old, and yeah, you're just having a bad season or whatever. You're struggling at 40-something years old. Yeah, you're done. Your career's over.
Yeah, I see that sentiment.
Right? Like it's the same thing. It's just your age that's determining the factor here.
I'll give you a guy that he kept trying because he thought he still had it. And in baseball, sometimes it's losing a millisecond on your swing is all the like you could beep beep little second. I mean, one of the smoothest left-handed strokes of the last 25 years. He was a Yankee. He was a Mariner. He was a Met. Robinson Cano.
One of the greats. Should have been a Hall of Famer.
Just the craziest idea to think that at one point, Danny, would you agree, top 5 hitter in the league, lefty,
Dude.
smooth?
Yeah, for sure.
Just everything about
he was
Robbie
so
Cano.
smooth. People accused him of like hot dogging it and being lazy. It's just that he was so smooth,
And
it looked like he wasn't even trying hard.
It got to the point where he played in the minors. It was embarrassing because he had to wear a SpongeBob SquarePants uniform for a game. Then he came back. Remember, he came back. He was on the Padres for a minute. He tried, and it just, my goodness, like, last chance summer dance, as they say. Last chance, and tomorrow, you got to ask yourself, Tua may find a job as a backup somewhere because there's always a
Where though, Rich?
No, I'm saying like in the field. Like I think as a backup,
but with the health concerns, you really think an NFL team is gonna be like, that's our dude for our backup quarterback?
I mean, you're right about that. I do think though that Tua could argue that now with a lot of teams moving forward, a lot of teams will pick up a QB3. Like I think I think we're on the path of a lot of teams carrying a third quarterback.
Would he want to do that? I mean, you're talking about a $50+ million quarterback.
But you know what, though, Danny G? When you get older, I don't know. My outlook on backup QBs changed because, again, it's their life, it's their legacy, and if they want to play and hold the clipboard and still make a few $1 million, who are we to tell them not to?